Hello, hello, Leo. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about January of 2023. What? We've made it. Oh my goodness. So yes, indeed, we're going to have 4 weeks. So I'll have 4 columns after I program these cards and lay them out. And let me get busy programming these cards. This has been quite a year, hasn't it? My goodness. And I'm so looking forward to seeing it finish up and be done. We are excited for the future. That's for sure, right? So let's see. All right, I'm going to set these aside and go ahead and program the next deck for when we go in deep on the very first week of January at the end of this video, because the overview is always followed by the first week, right? So yes, I've been quite lazy and I have not done my homework and posted anything on my website yet for the classes that will certainly begin at the end of January. So please keep your eyes out for that. If you're interested in getting into a class, by all means, check out the website. I will be posting that soon, probably in this last week of December, right? So please, I appreciate your patience and willingness to join me in the class. So I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside, and we will go on ahead and lay these out. All right. All the cards are going to face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. They're a little sticky. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here, all right? I'm going to set these aside, and we can now get busy, all right? So the first week of January, Leo, is going to be the 1st through the 7th. We're starting right on the money. Isn't that fun? Likes to be kind of neat and tidy, right? So here we go. We've started with the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is talking about staying in a place of like honest reflection is what it's feeling like. There's that thing where you need to sort of pay attention to what's going on around you and keeping everything in context, being very aware of what it is that's going on without having it be something that's happening to you, okay? I'm not sure why they're saying that, but it's super interesting to have that be the case. So, yes, you're going to use your judgment. You're going to use your best judgment. You're going to look at things from a specific perspective, but don't let things be happening to you as much as you're allowing them to be what's sort of going on around you and in its own context. So just keep things there, and they will be more understandable, but also maybe not so personal, right? Does that make sense? Okay, it will then. And I hope that you can allow things to not be too personal, but certainly understandable in that way. So the next card is talking about where you're blocked, and we have the 6 of Wands, and that want for you to share who you are, what's going on with you in a nice way is not happening this week. It feels like you're really busy with other things, so you're not in a position to do the things you want to do that keeps you in a good space. So Maybe you can find a different way, more one-on-one-ish, to take care of that sharing need for yourself, and keep yourself on par with who you are as a person. Do consider, phone calls to people you care about, that care about you. You can do that way, but don't, at this point, let it dominate your need to do it in a big way. Don't let that dominate your situation, because it's not going to work out so good. Okay? And we have the Eight of Cups here as your solution. The Eight of Cups is saying that there's been something going on for a while for you, with a relationship that you've been trying to get it to work. You've been trying to do everything in your power to make things work, and it's always been good up till now, right? Well, it's always been good. However, something has gone different. People have grown and changed into something that you weren't expecting. And now it's time for you to make a decision about that. You have an opportunity, you have options. The fact that you're willing to walk away is why I say you have options. It isn't showing up as a card yet in this reading, but it wouldn't surprise me if they show up over here at the end of this video, that you are indeed going to have options opening up for you, so that you will have somewhere to go when you walk away from this person that you care about. That people change, and when they do, it becomes almost untenable to be in a certain situation. You may have thought, oh, this is going to be ideal, I'm going to be totally into this, it's going to be great. And then it turned out different, because that other person did something completely opposite what you thought. And you may not be in a position to fix, change, or alter how they're behaving. And therefore, it's difficult. It's difficult to be around that situation. And it's taken what was going to be a joyful situation and made it very uncomfortable. This would be growth for you to accept that truth and move forward, and find a new place to be in spite of having made some agreement, but it was based on a lie. Your original agreement is now based on a lie, because the other person didn't do what they said they were going to do. So I don't think you should be held to that account. Okay? You should be able to go do what you want to do and be free, because that's the smarter choice. All right? Being free, being happy is what should happen. And just kind of keep those things in mind and be aware of that as you move forward into the next week. All right? So January 8th through the 14th, we're looking at the Empress. So the Empress is telling me that something is manifesting because you put energy out in the universe and said, hey, I need something different. I need something more. I need something better. And I need something different. And I need it to last a certain period of time. And the universe is going to accept that information and say, wow, have I got something for you? So the universe is listening, and they want to hear what you're having to say. And because the Empress, it's the wish card for me. It's the wish card. It's the one that says, hey, all you have to do is tell the universe what you want, and it will show up. It'll come in a weird package, but it'll be exactly what you need. Keep an eye out for this wonderful new package, all right? And be careful what you wish for, right? Okay, so of course now, the area where you're blocked through the 8th through the 14th, this is all about the 8th through the 14th. We're talking about the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is talking about that whole having a convincing argument. That convincing argument, that ability for you to indeed share your ideas and have people just jump on board. But here you're having to have a convincing argument, and your argument isn't very convincing. The question is, who are you trying to convince? And does it matter, right? If it doesn't matter if you have a convincing argument or not, then it doesn't matter anyway. So the King of Pentacles is here as your solution for this week, saying that being clear about what you're asking for. Up here, you're going to end up talking to somebody you know who's pretty good with money, who is going to help you figure out what you're doing, okay? And possibly offer you a job also. So there's some possibilities here as well, all right? So let's go on to the 15th through the 21st, and we will talk about this card here. This is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is saying that you have a want and a need to do some charity work this particular week. There's part of you that's like, I'm feeling very full. I'm feeling full up, and I want to do more for others today, this week. I want to share what I have. I want to help other people understand how to do what we do, or whatever it is. There's something about you that wants to give back right now. The area where you're blocked is the Four of Pentacles, saying that your financial foundation is a little shaky this week. Maybe you've spent a lot of money over the past months, and it's okay to stop and say, you know what? I can help by teaching them to fish instead of giving them my fish, right? So you get the reference, right? Believe me, I'm not a Bible reader, but I know a few stories. And the fact remains, you can teach a man to fish, or you can give them your fish. So I think it's better to teach them to fish so they can make their own fish, right? So that's good. I want you to consider that as a probability that you're going to be doing that kind of service on this week. Helping people learn how to do something, teaching something that will actually be a great service to them. Okay? Now the Ace of Wands down here is talking about how your solution for this week has everything to do with a new idea. You have a new idea. There's some brilliant new information coming to you that is going to be very beneficial. It's going to feed the intellectual side of yourself in a way that hasn't been fed in a while. There are times we get ourselves involved in things that are pretty routine, pretty mundane. Do. We do what we have to do. We do it on schedule, whatever. You can almost just go on autopilot and get through life, whatever. But we're into a place where the thinking starts again, and we have to actually do some stuff. And I'm really happy for this for you, because you are a thinker. You enjoy being mentally active, all right? And that's good news. We want you to be mentally active. This is going to be helpful to you. It's going to help you move forward. You're going to use this mental activity to help you teach these people. And that teaching is really going to feed your soul, I think. It's interesting that it's coming through as a teaching, not about money per se, but it's going to be very educational for them. Now the Emperor, this is the final week of January, the 22nd through the 28th. We're looking at the Emperor, which is talking about your foundation, the foundation of your world, your home, your work, everything else. It's at issue this week. There's going to be something going on with it. Yes, there will be something going on at home or at work where things are changing. Things are getting turbulent and moving forward. The Nine of Cups has shown up in the blocking department. Your wishes are not being fulfilled at this time, at home or at work. So you are definitely working towards a situation or a solution to the situation. But here's the funny part. We have the Two of Swords here as your solution. And it don't... because it's talking about the fear. There's some fear here about what's going on at home and at work. Big changes feel like they're happening. And because of the big changes, there's discomfort for you. So this isn't necessarily fear, but it's discomfort. and bracing for it, or accepting that there may be some discomfort if you make a major change. So be aware of how these changes might affect other people in this experience, and know that it's part of what's going on. But at the same time, one more time, we want to be responsive to other people's experiences and how they're experiencing it, and not acting out based on a fear or a concept of discomfort for you personally. If it's uncomfortable for everybody, maybe we shouldn't do it, right? But if the overall experience on the other end, sometimes brief discomfort is perfect and will go away, but you'll have what you want in the end. Okay, so think that through, and we'll get more information, of course, as we go into it, and we'll figure out the answers. All right, so when we go in deep in this one in another video, we'll find out more information. All right, for now, I'm going to go ahead and save these cards over here. We'll go in deep right away on the first week. As usual, all the cards are going to face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. Alrighty then. So, we have some double whammies. I'm just going to share that right now. We have 2 judgments. We have 6 of Wands. Interesting. So here we are, right? Okay, so let's talk about the Judgment card. We're talking about how I was talking earlier about you wanting to be aware of how everything was going on around you, and how you perceive it and how you interpret it, and to stay clear that it has to be situational. It has to be about how it's going exactly with all the things that are part of it, instead of just you taking it for what it is, but you have to understand all the peripheral stuff going on around it. There's going to be the Queen of Wands is here saying that she's going to be there. A lady of like mind is going to be there who's helping you. She is going to be genuinely helping you interpret things and sort of, okay, this is new information, and we can take it like this, we can take it like that, or you can just let it be what it is and not take it personally, which is what we had talked about earlier. Don't take it all personally. And once again, there's the 6 of Wands, you wanting to share your ideas and run off to victory, right? Well, you want to share your ideas, and you want to get your point across. There will be a way for you to do that in general. I suggested that it may not be in a group setting, that it might be in a one-on-one basis, right? So we're going to stay focused on that probability that it will be on the one-on-one basis, through phone calls with people who you care about, who care about you, okay? And once again, it comes here into the blocking department, right? Big group experiences are off the table, I think. And of course, the Judgment shows up again. So we can't be too upset about the things that are stopping you from having these large group experiences that are your norm, okay? They feel like it could be a family event. Other things could be happening that will be stalling out your capacity to do large group events, okay? Card trouble, never know, okay? This is the Magician card, and the Magician card is here in the blocking department, and it's saying that you do not have the tools at your disposal currently to make this thing happen, okay? So, I know that a Leo is not a person who enjoys not having the tools and will run to Home Depot in a heartbeat to get what they need. Here's the deal. It's okay to not be the one. It's okay to sit back and be an observer. or a supporter without having to physically fix everything. It's damn near impossible for me to say that out loud. I know it sucks for you to hear. The reality that being a person who has to just support, where, I mean, in an energy situation, you'd be standing around doing this. Okay, I'm supporting you, I'm sending my energy, you're going to be awesome. But in reality, being unable to physically jump in and physically help and physically do anything is painful for you right now. I get that. I'm going to suggest you talk about it with some people who care about you, and know that it's not about you. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing when you don't take physical action, okay? So that all that is an interesting thing that's going on. And now we're talking about this. This is the Eight of Cups again. The Eight of Cups is you walking away from somebody that you care about that has turned out differently than you thought. And ultimately, the situation is no longer working. So you're going to be looking for opportunities to remove yourself from the situation and put yourself in a better situation, all right? This particular week may be just the moment where you make that decision, right? We have the Ten of Swords, which is you understanding your own personal power from beginning to end. That means that it isn't about swinging the bat and how much power you have in your swing. It's about the fact that you have the choice to go up and swing if you would like to, or not if you don't, right? So the power is of choice. The power is of how you interpret the information, how you take it in, how you allow it to affect your life, and whether or not you choose to allow yourself to be stuck in a situation, or you decide, I don't think I'm stuck. I think I'm going to not be stuck. I'm going to make a choice to not be stuck. I'm going to make a choice to let the universe know that I would have an idea or a plan or an interest, and I'm going to let the universe know. And by having made just the decision, will open everything up, because you're claiming your power. You've never nailed your foot to the floor and said, okay, I'm stuck here. I said I'd stay. Whatever. I guess I'm here for as long as I gotta be here. And that's never the case. You always have a choice. You can always get up and leave and say, you know what? This isn't working. I gotta go. Laters. I know it would have been great. It could have been great. It could have been awesome. It could have been great. It could have been awesome. And it's not. So you've decided. And by deciding, you've reinvented your own personal power. And that is awesome for you. The Seven of Swords here is you genuinely saying, okay, I see the power. I understand it. And now I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply my choice. I'm going to apply new choices. I'm making new choices right here. Because seeing something, a pile of power, is one thing. But applying it, like a suit of armor, is something completely different. Because in doing so, you are readying yourself for actual battle. You're readying yourself for actual movement. So you are recognizing you have power, and here you're picking it up and moving along. Okay? So, congratulations. You've got some stuff going on. We will see next week how this all comes together. All right? I'm very excited for you. All right? Good job, Leo. We will talk next about the 8th through the 14th. See you then.